Hi, this is Paul Bauer, and welcome to this video on how you can manifest abundance in your life without all the struggle. I'd like to share with you, as I began my discovery of the real deep core manifesting principles, I had struggles as well. My deepest struggle was beginning my new company, Dreams Alive. As I went through all of the stages of growth, I went into about $57,000 in debt, and that threw me into a tizzy. And what I experienced, though, was a lack of direction. That's what I felt. And I had tons of self-doubt and anxiety, and I was stressed to the max. Maybe you can relate. But here's what I discovered along the way. That the mind was the problem. In other words, my mind was causing all of the challenges for me because it was telling me things that weren't necessarily true. It had me caught in a loop because the mind, as you know, tells us the same thoughts over and over again. But once I let go and I got clear, everything changed. And that's what I want to share with you in this video. Some of the core lessons that I learned are that you're not separate from your goals and dreams. And the question I have to ask you is, what are you willing to let go of in order to have what it is you want in life? And that's what happened within me. I let go of preconceived notions and old beliefs and old thoughts and emotions that were stopping me. And the other question is, how you can calm your mind and clarify your intent. So let's talk about this concept of wanting. When we want something, it creates a disconnect within you. In other words, it doesn't matter what it is you want. The signal that it sends is a signal of separateness to your subconscious. It takes you out of the present moment and it creates anxiety. So wanting is a scarcity mentality. It repels what you want. So what's the antidote to wanting? Gratitude. Now, before you jump to conclusions and think, well, that's too simple. I've already learned about gratitude. I've read it 100 times. Stay with me just for a few moments. When you feel gratitude, and that's the key, not just thinking it, you send a signal of abundance and peace throughout your mind and your body. Because when you feel grateful, you shift your vibration from low to high. But faking it won't work. You cannot trick your way acting as if you're grateful, because your subconscious is far smarter than that. You've got to actually feel it, and feel it down to your core for the sheer joy of it. Because gratitude equals high vibration. In other words, the vibration of gratitude is far higher than the vibration of wanting. And gratitude equals abundance. Whereas wanting equals scarcity. Just that by itself, given the choice that you have of thoughts that you can think, when you begin with gratitude, you automatically feel a shift to abundance. Whereas with wanting, it creates thoughts of lack and scarcity. So here's a question you can ask yourself. What am I most grateful for in this moment? Now, take 5 minutes, pause this video, and really allow yourself to feel grateful for at least 3 things in your life. Instead of pushing this off to the side, take this little couple of moments that you have in the middle of your day, whenever you're listening to this video, and try this simple exercise because it may surprise you how powerful it actually is, because it can shift you from the thought process that you might be in into a feeling of gratitude, into a feeling of connection with your essence. So go ahead, pause this video, take a few moments, and do this exercise. What am I most grateful for? Now, every thought of gratitude strengthens your sense of wholeness and inner peace. Because every thought of needing or not having equals scarcity. When you think of the difference between the two, they're dramatically different. When you think scarcity thoughts or not having, it creates a feeling of deep disconnection, which creates a vicious cycle of wanting more and not feeling connected. So here's a cool exercise. Take 5 minutes and pause this video like we did before. This is another short exercise. This may not even take 5 minutes for you. And write down 10 of the things that you're most grateful for in your life. Some examples: your health, your family, your talents, and you can fill in the rest. So pause this video, write down 10 of the things that you're most grateful for in your life, and ask yourself in this process, what if? What if this little video could help me in some way to take me out of the old thoughts and into a whole new series of thoughts? Now, until you shift your thoughts, until you shift your intent, without genuine felt gratitude, in other words, all the techniques in the world won't change your results. You may get some results in the meantime without gratitude, but they'll be incomplete and they'll be short-term results. Because you don't get what you want in life, you get what you are. In other words, what you are is your essence. That is the core vibration within you. Some of the benefits of when you feel gratitude, because it gives you more than you originally intended. In other words, when you feel grateful for something, you start feeling better. And when you practice gratitude on a regular basis, you're automatically feeling better whether or not what you want shows up when you want it to. And you end up happier and you end up more peaceful. So let's talk about something I call the attraction myth and the false premise that it's built on. When you say to yourself, I want, and you fill in the blank, you're sending a signal to yourself that something inside of you needs to do something in order to get it. In other words, that you're separate from it. The signal that the subconscious picks up is not having it. In other words, that you're disconnected from it. And that automatically creates what's called counterintention. In other words, it cancels your intent of what it is you want. So as we look at something that I call the origin thought, this is the most powerful thought we can have because it's the thought beneath our normal thoughts, deep, 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 at a level that most people don't even know how to detect. And it unconsciously repeats itself over and over again. A challenge that most of us have is instead of feeling that we have enough, most of us say this little phrase like, I need more in order to feel enough, without even knowing it because it happens at the origin thought level. And because your unconscious is making over 90% of your everyday decisions, those thoughts are creating what it is that you are noticing in your life. In other words, the results that you see in your life are being made at an unconscious level 90% of the time. So the question to ask yourself is, how do I align my conscious and my unconscious mind? Now, when I say the word unconscious, I also mean your subconscious. So in other words, how can you center yourself and reconnect when I say the word align? The key is the feeling. And feelings are far more powerful than your thoughts. Thoughts by themselves are limited in their nature. But when you feel something, you're tapping into your subconscious and the power within you. When you feel it consistently, your subconscious picks up that signal and works on your behalf 24/7, even while you're sleeping. That's the coolest part because once you get into a habit of feeling grateful for what it is you have in your life, now that feeling of gratitude shifts your vibration even while you're sleeping, and it automatically and spontaneously is creating what it is you want without you even knowing it. So let's review how to create what you want most. Number one, practice gratitude from your heart. When you feel it, you automatically are beginning to be connected to your heart. Let go of wanting and disappointment. In other words, the dissonance that happens inside of you when you don't have what it is you want. And three, clarify your intent. Now, you clarify your intent the more that you practice gratitude. When you tune into what it is that you already have. I don't mean just material possessions. What I mean is your health, your connection with your friends, your family, the love that you have in your life. And how about deeper than just the people in your life? How about the love that you have within yourself? So this is a short video on how to create what you want. As you practice these simple lessons, I hope that you can realize and notice the difference in your own life. Thanks so much.